All right, we back at it. Homegrown. You know what? I'm Chuck Dizzle, by the way.
Yeah,
you
are.
And you are DJ Hed.
West Coast.
And we are live from the Fab Factory studios.
Shout out to Fab Factory for hosting us again after, was it 2 months?
I'm just going to close the laptop because I ain't got no topics today.
3 months?
I don't know. It's been too long. Put it like this, man. We've been getting a lot of comments. We've been getting a lot of people reaching out, being like, yo, where y'all at? What y'all been doing?
Somebody hit me and was like, you good?
It's never good when somebody say, you good? No. Let me look at my camera. No, it ain't good. Life has been life, and man, I don't know about you. I mean, we've had conversations off the mic, just life situations, to be perfectly honest. Some we'll probably get into, some we may just breeze over. But man, I want to apologize to the audience.
Okay.
I'm gonna take accountability. You've done this again. I feel like you had one of these conversations with me that kind of hit home. And you were just like, yo, your energy's off, just to be point blank. And I agree with you. Life has been whooping my ass lately. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't know if it's going from. No, I'm gonna tell you what it is. I think the transition from going from one kid to two is a lot. Right? It's the double, right? The transition of being now, I've been 40 for a couple months now. So like that's a whole different mental, whatever you want to call it.
44?
No, I'm 40.
Oh, I was like, nigga.
This whole time, I never knew.
I was like, bro, we skipped a couple of years. Because I know
man.
goddamn. I was like, you 40. I'm tripping there. I know I ain't that. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
My birthday was in May. I turned 40. It's a life.
Did we do something for your birthday?
Bro, see, this is what you guys don't know about it. Head forgets everything.
I don't remember your birthday, nigga. What did we do?
Bro, we were in Vegas. I barely saw you for my birthday because you went to Vegas.
Okay.
You went to Vegas,
all right, yeah.
and I think we saw each other for like 10 minutes. I saw you at the Tesla charging station on the way out. Sparkle pulled up too. I mean, yeah.
That was your birthday.
So I'm saying that to say it's like different life moments are happening right now for me, man. And to be honest, I feel like I'm stuck.
Stuck at what?
Just not advancing the way I kind of envision life. You know what I mean? And yes, and for all practical purposes, I'm successful. I'm happy. There's a lot of things that I got going on for myself. You know what I'm saying? I still got my job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm blessed. You know, I got a beautiful wife, a beautiful supportive family. But for me, I think my own expectations kind of get in my own way. And when you were talking to me about like my energy being off, I'm like, damn, you're right. Something has to give. And me naturally, I'm the type of person where I'm always going to figure it out. You've known me for 15 plus years. You know, I've seen me through some traumatic experiences. I'm always figure it out.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, this last year and some change-ish, like, I just haven't been able to, I don't know if it's answer or, I honestly, and I told you this, I don't know what it is. I'm just still trying to figure it out. But it's been messing with me more than any other situation has.
What?
And I
what
can't,
you mean
I can't
messing
answer
with
it.
you?
When you haven't solved a problem.
So trying to figure it out.
Just trying to figure it out.
Work through it.
Yeah, work through it. And I think the biggest thing is the like clarity for me, because I think one of the things you asked me, and shouts to PB, man. We had a conversation off air as well. He's like, man, what do you want? And for me, not being able to answer that or have that clear definition where before I always knew, it's like, damn.
I can relate to that.
It's hard. You know what I'm saying? And just being transparent is something I'm living through right now. I'm going through it as we speak. I don't have the answers. I'm not sitting here to say, oh yeah, I don't have it figured out. I know the things that are going amazing for me right now, and I'm grateful for that. But then there's other times I'm just like, dude, man, you're not where you want to be. So that's where I'm kind of been wrestling. And in result to that, you know, I haven't been as consistent with the podcast. And, you know, when we try to schedule guests, y'all can take, I'll take the heat for majority of it, because there's been times where we've had guests lined up and for whatever reason on my side, either I couldn't pull up, life stuff happens, and we couldn't make the show. And I want to apologize to the guests too that we've had booked. I want to apologize to you. I want to apologize to PB and more importantly, the fans, the people that support Homegrown for not showing up the way that I know we can show up. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not just all me. I mean, there's other things that we can factor into it, the consistency and just whatever. But that's me taking accountability on as why we haven't been as present. You know what I'm saying? So for me, to the audience, to you, to everybody, anybody watching, man, I apologize. I'm going to get through it. It's nothing that, I mean, I appreciate the folks that check up and probably will check up on me. It's nothing that you need to be concerned about in that sense. It's just, bro, sometimes you go through life and you don't have the answers. And I get sick of people that present that they do have the answers when you really don't. So even if you see on my timeline, you probably see a lot of the highlights because I on one end, I don't want to be, I don't want to have a pity party either. Like, I don't want to just get on like, oh, I had the roughest day today. Like, it ain't about that. It's about me trying to figure it out. But it's tough, to be perfectly honest, bro.
I think that's good. That's I mean, one, we're being transparent with the people that rock with us. So again, like, that's dope. And on my end, the same thing, same sentiments and all that.
What you mean same sentiments?
Huh?
Same sentiments is what?
Same sentiments as far as like, yeah, I don't want like life whoop everybody. Like, right. I think something specific about 2023. Just in totality, I think the year logged off in August. And I'm serious. Like, the year just logged off, and the year was like, yeah, I'm through.
I'm done.
I'm through.
Y'all got this.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'll see y'all next year. Like, it's like when you know how when you go to the store, I mean, when you go through the drive-through and they just put the thing in the window, like, my nigga, I waited.
I'm here.
I waited for this. They're like, nah, we're closed. That's how I feel like the year happened. I'm going with opportunity, with resources, with energy, with consistency, with just everything. I can't speak to everybody else, but for me, that's kind of what happened with me too. And then also, me taking accountability, I'm like, I've just been putting so much energy in so many different directions for so long, and I'm just like, man, I'm burnt.
Whooped. Yeah.
I'm just whooped.
Well, see, the thing is, you don't give that off. A lot of people don't know that about you. And I think, again, going back on my end, that's where I feel like, damn, when you exert this energy, right, and it looks like you don't have no problems.
It do?
It comes across that way sometimes. It seems like you have it figured out.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay. So,
even so, when we had that conversation, it was like, yo, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I'm like, damn, you're right. That's true. My brain just don't operate that way. You're like, yeah, because when this happened to me, this is what I did. It's like, oh, damn. Well, damn, how come my brain ain't working like that? So it's like I then at that point start to compare, and which you should never really do, but you also want to, I think that's the beautiful part about partnerships and people holding you accountable, and like you iron sharpens iron. But sometimes it's like when you feel like you're not holding up your part of the deal, it's like, oh damn, something's wrong with me. What's going on? So to hear you say that, oh, you're going through life stuff as well, it makes me feel like, okay, well damn, I'm not alone.
I didn't know that I gave off that I got it figured out.
Bro, you seem like you got it figured out.
Do I feel like do it seem like for real?
Okay, so I'm not tripping then.
Okay, so all right.
I thought I was. I'm like, okay, something got to be wrong with me because he must got the memo. I didn't get the memo.
All right, so for me,
you got the text.
This what I've been dealing with. I've been dealing with uncertainty. I've been dealing with
DJ Hed is uncertain.
Yeah.
What?
I've been dealing with
about what?
Fogginess and health shit. I went and had a heart monitor. I had to do
that. Was scary. When you put that in the group chat, I was like, God damn, bro.
So I have like not cardiac. I have it's some word that don't have no vowels in it that the white people said. And you know how the word look like medicine?
You like, that ain't good.
Yeah, that whatever it is. Whenever you go to the doctor and they say a word that don't have no vowels in it and it just look like a gang of words, symbols and hieroglyphics, it ain't good.
It ain't good, man.
I'm laying there. I go to the cardiac. Well, first of all, I start having heart palpitations, which is why I started getting on this Dr. Sabi shit and stop eating meat and all that. People keep telling me, I see my mom. I went out to my mom's like, this last week, she's like, "Hey, you keep losing weight. You gonna like you just." Now, I don't even feel like I lost no weight, but everybody like, "No, you lost weight. Like you look like I can't tell." Long story short, I was having these like random heart flutters. They're called palpitations, medical term, right? Palpitations is like if you ever experience this, it'd be like a random like offbeat, like a misfire in the engine, and your heart just boom, 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 like real fast, or it'll be like off or whatever. You can't really feel your heartbeat. Like, cause it's something that just happens naturally, but you know when it misfire because it triggers anxiety in you. And so I was having those every day. So I started going to the doctor and getting checked out and stuff like that. And they hooked me up to all kind. We'll put the picture, but they hooked me up to these machines. I had a heart monitor on for
I'm
2
not
weeks.
gonna lie. I wanted to throw one jab in the group chat. I didn't do it.
I look like Wolverine with
you look like 50 Cent in the club. In the club video.
But Fat Fifth.
with Fat Fifth, right? Super Bowl Fifth.
I look like
with all the
I look like Super Bowl Fifth.
Trying to do the upside down sit up. I was like, I'm gonna let him live though, man.
Yeah, so I had to go through that, and then I went through like it was like a 3-month process of going to the cardiologist and getting my heart checked out and stuff like that. All for them to tell me, yeah, it's nothing wrong with you. Like you just gotta relax.
Nah, hell no, something wrong.
And I'm like,
something wrong.
I'm like,
I don't like that answer.
I mean, when I tell you I did everything, nigga, they took blood. I did a heart monitor, a take-home monitor, a monitor in there. I did an ultrasound. I'm not even lying to you. I laid on the table and the dude rubbed the jelly on my titty. Felt. Yeah, he rubbed the jelly on my titty and he was moving it around.
They didn't rub it on the titty, by the way. Sorry.
So and he was moving around and I'm watching my heartbeat on the screen like it's an infant, right? And I was like, "What's that hair?" I was like, "It was like this weird like hair inside my heart." I said, "What's that hair?" He's like, "That's your valves.
Damn,
that's your heart valves." I'm like, "You see, it's opening and closing, opening." I don't know where I don't know where he was from, but wherever he from, they make Volkswagens.
You stupid.
What?
You are dumb. You're dumb.
So, hey, that's such a multi-layered joke.
That was good.
That was so multi-layered.
I'll give you that.
Niggas that watch this ain't even gonna catch that. But anyway, go do your research on Volkswagens and Adidas. So,
Pew pew.
So anyway, I'm so witty.
Stop. Continue.
So anyway, I was watching my heart palpitate and the valves and stuff. Anyway,
it's palpitate, by the way.
Palpitate.
No, you said you putting an extra L on that bitch. It's not palpitate. It's palpitate.
Palpitate.
No, you saying palpitate.
No, that's the I, not an L.
No, you saying palpitate.
That's a. That's an A.
You're saying that.
No, palpitate.
Run the tape. Oh, please, PB, run the tape back.
Anyway,
I'll let you cook for like the first 3 of them. After the fourth, I'm like, bro, you can't be this witty and not know how to say palpitate.
So, nigga, you didn't know a lot of shit.
You're right. I ain't gonna speak on it.
Spell permeate.
I'm not gonna do that.
Anyway, so I started getting checked out, and I was going through it, trying to figure it out. And I just couldn't figure it out. And I was having light anxiety and stuff like that. I started taking gummies, weed gummies.
Oh, wow.
Didn't
you? Okay, you brought up a good point. I forgot about this. Because there was a picture that I saw of you at the Usha Village, right? Mm-hmm. And we never talked about this.
Oh, me smoking?
You smoked for the very first time. And we never talked about this.
Yeah, we never talked about it.
So we gonna, hold on. Let's... You do all this and to realize that nothing is wrong. They say nothing is wrong.
And what's crazy is, I told you the process I went through to find a black female doctor. Mm-hmm. I found a doctor. She told me the same thing. She's like, "It's nothing wrong with you." And so that's when I kind of once I went to the cardiologist, lovely little white lady, little pleasantly plump white lady. She was like, she was really really nice to me, and she was like, "Yeah, like I understand what you're saying, but like there's nothing wrong with you, like." And I'm like, this is the 3rd doctor I done been to.
That says nothing's wrong.
Nothing's wrong.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, but it's just, I know that has to be on your mind. Like, yo, I know what I'm feeling is real.
And what's crazy is the less I think something is wrong with me, the less palpitations I have.
Oh, damn.
The less anxiety I have. It's like, so to go back to what we were saying, my brain is fucked up. I'm a hypochondriac. Oh, like I'm scared of bacteria?
What?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I don't think that I think something is always wrong with me, but I think I just been going through this transition mentally, and I don't necessarily know if, like I said, I tried therapy.
Yeah.
I went on BetterHelp. I tried BetterHelp. I tried I was just trying everything.
Yeah.
Let me change my diet. Let me go to the doctor. Let me change.
Being proactive with
Just trying to
everything.
figure out what the fuck
Right.
is wrong with me. And everybody's telling me nothing is wrong with you.
yeah.
And so now, just to go back to what you were saying, I really think that it's a psychological thing that we go through. And to your point, what you saying as far as like, oh, you dealing with this, or life is just lifing? Yeah. I think life is just lifing for everybody.
yeah.
And it's showing up physically in my body. And then you might show up as mental blockades.
Right.
For me, it might show it's two ways. I went to this lady who does, shout out to Jasmine. She took me to this lady who does fascia. I've been doing some whole other shit right now.
Yeah, I don't, since on the last episode of Homegrown Radio, you did the Yoni steam. Right?
I went, listen.
Hold on. And so now you doing what is the fascia? I don't know. I don't know what that is.
I've been trying massages with the scraper. They use this scraper. So I tried that.
And that's different than when
that's different than a regular massage. That's like this
I'm
metal.
talking about the girls that get when they get the body, not the hot stone, the thing that girls do to they do something that keep going, because I'm thinking it's the same thing, but maybe
it's not
wrong.
So I tried the little metal scraper thing. I forgot what that's called. And I went to this lady who does fascia. Fascia is the thin layer of membrane in between your skin and your bones, almost like cartilage in your knee, right? And what it is when you have like stress knot, like I had this big knot at the top of my spine, and it was causing issues. And what that's called is stress. Like, you know how people people hold their stress in different places.
Right.
Might be in your stomach, might be in your back. All my stress is in my back and my upper shoulders.
You got a humpback.
Yeah.
Just all your stress.
Like AD. So
stupid.
So I got we always talk about this. So I got this, I hold all of my stress in my upper back area. So I went to the fascia lady, and she kind of broke it down in layman's terms. So imagine you have two t-shirts on. The undershirt is the fascia. And you know how the undershirt might bunch up under the top shirt?
Got you.
She smooths that out.
Really?
So it's smooth. So your skin, so your muscles and your skin is smooth and lays flat.
Really?
As opposed to being bunched up under the undershirt.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, long story short, I go sit with her. She's working on me. Mind you, she barely touches. It's not a massage. She's just working your skin, smoothing out your fascia underneath your skin, right? Some different, she weird.
Does it feel like a massage though?
It feels like a massage, but she's barely like touching you.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like some weird stuff.
Okay. Does it work?
Weird ass white lady from Canada. Okay. She don't even live here. So I go meet with her. She's working on me. And as I'm laying there, this is where this is where we finna make a left, and it's finna go there. So I'm laying there, and she's working on my neck. And as she's working on my neck, I just fall asleep. I'm talking about I'm going fast.
Instantly, wow.
I'm talking about within 5 minutes, I'm out, right? I don't know.
Let me ask you one question. Was the sensation feeling like a massage in the sense of, oh, this feels good? Or you just kind of like, I don't feel it's, because there's sometimes when you get a massage, you like, okay, you need to rub a little harder, or it's like, it's, you need to do a little bit more. You're saying she's barely doing anything to you. Are you feeling the sensation of a massage?
It just feels like a massage, but it's not. I don't know.
Does it feel good?
Yes, it's
okay.
It's soothing.
Okay.
So I'm asleep.
You sleep. Okay.
As I wake up, I'm thinking I'm out 10 minutes, like, because I'm just looking around or whatever. I'm asleep for an hour.
Get out of here.
She been working on me for 90 minutes. As we leaving, I'm talking like, because this is Jasmine's friend. She's like, so how was it for you? I'm like, that was different. Like, she's like, you feel different? I'm like, yeah. She was like, yeah, I could see the hump and everything gone, like way down in your back, in your neck. And I'm like, yeah, I feel weird. I feel different. She was like, I want to tell you something. that I didn't tell you about this lady. I'm like, what you mean? She tells me, she's like, well, she's kind of like gifted a little bit. And I didn't want to tell you because I knew you wouldn't have came. You damn right I wouldn't have came in here.
Why'd you tell me this in the beginning?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
She's like, well, she kind of like has like senses that she taps into when she touches people. She said in the middle of while she was working on your right, like somewhere right here in the middle of your back, she just looks up straight at the sky and she looks over at me. She says, does he have a relationship with his dad?
Woo! Woo! How long you got, lady?
She's like, what's up with something's up with his dad?
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm not bullshit.
You said this Canadian lady?
Yeah. Some lady I just met that same
Now,
day.
to be fair, she wasn't stereotyping you, right, was she?
No.
I mean,
She says a lot of this is caused from his dad. I don't know what's up with his dad or what's going on, but a lot of his stress is from his dad, and he needs to like figure that out. So she's telling her while I'm asleep. So she tells me that, and I'm like, nigga, what? First of all, why would you bring me into some Lord of the Rings shit?
hey, you needed it.
You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
you went to 3 different doctors and they couldn't figure it out.
So I'm like, all right, I need to figure this out. So I hit my mom because she still talked to my dad. And she's like, I'll tell her what's going on. She's like, yeah, I've been telling him he should talk to you and this and that.
Oh, this is
Then my spiritual advisor kind of told me the same thing in a nutshell a while back. Like, yeah, you know. And then Salah's been telling me that. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I think a lot of you can't sleep and all that because you got to talk to your dad.
But what do you think?
Like,
what do you think you have to gain from the
know.
conversation?
I don't know.
Because correct me if I'm wrong. The last time that I remember you bringing it up, and we talked about it, he heard you on the radio and reached out because of something. I forgot what it was. Wanted you to show up somewhere or whatever. That was the last time that you guys had a conversation.
Well, the reason why I didn't never talk to him is because I feel like I would benefit from it. And so the last time we was going to talk, I told him the only way I would talk to him
on the radio
is we talk live on the radio.
And the
reason
radio
why
silence.
I shut that, no, he was with it.
Really?
He was with it. I went to Doc and I told Doc. He said, you know, that's a compelling idea. I never heard that. Never seen anybody. That's Vox Pro and let me see.
Yeah.
I was like, well, the reason why I didn't go through with it is because my dad don't know me. So he's like excited. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go on the radio with my son. And you don't know what this is. We don't know. You don't even know what this is.
Oh, you just heard a 30-second talk break. You don't know what this is.
You don't know.
You don't watch the podcast, do you? You don't subscribe. You clearly don't know what this is.
You clearly don't know what you finna walk into.
So okay.
So I shut it down. That's why I didn't do it.
But why? Like, because you don't want. My thought process is, why wouldn't you want him to see, like, okay, get caught off guard with who you thought I was, and boom, like, let's have this conversation.
I didn't want to do that to him on the radio.
But again, for the people that is transparent, like behind the scenes, you could have recorded it and not put it out.
That's true, but I didn't see a need to do that.
There's something deeper than that, man. Why not? Let's talk.
I didn't want to do it.
Why not?
Because I didn't want to embarrass him.
But you're not embarrassing him if you don't put it out.
Oh, well, then at that point, I feel like I wasted my time. We don't record nothing and don't put it out.
That's not true.
We recorded and don't put it out?
There's been times where we recorded something and didn't put it out.
We did?
Yeah. But it doesn't happen often. Let's put it like that.
No,
right?
I don't believe in that. I don't want to record nothing and don't put it out.
But I guess my point is, you're not wasting your time if you get something from it. You don't know what it is.
I understand that, but I actually don't feel like I'm gonna get anything from it, which is why I wanted to do it on the radio, because I feel like somebody else will benefit. If I don't, I'm not gonna benefit at all. I don't believe that I would benefit from it.
I think you would benefit from it. Clearly, if you can't sleep and you got the hump in your back and there's membranes all to the left and to the right, and it's from your dad, and she's getting palpitations. No, what I'm saying is, I think you could get something from it. You may not think so, and in turn, you know how to control your own narrative anyway. So it's like you can spin it to the point where somebody's gonna get something from it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm.
So you didn't do it. Okay?
I didn't do it.
So that was the last time you guys.
That was the last time I visited that conversation.
Was that a conversation you guys had? Like, so it was, hey, I want to do it on the live on the radio. He says yes. And then you just made a decision not to do it. So was it a him following up with you type thing, or is just cease communication? And that's typically how your relationship is when I'm like,
yeah. I mean, he'll text me on Christmas, and he'll text me like Merry Christmas.
So what did you get from this now? Like, are you?
I need to talk to this nigga. I want my sleep back. What you mean?
Hey, I love how the way you connect this is not even. Oh man, I need to get in contact with Pops. There's a deeper meaning. I just want my sleep back.
That's all I want. I don't give a fuck about none of the other shit. I need peace. You know what I'm saying? If this white lady said that that's what I need to get my sleep back, sign me up. If I had to go to Honduras to get sleep, sign me up. If I gotta give up meat, I'm a Korean barbecue nigga.
Yeah.
If I gotta give up meat to get my peace, sign me up. I'm not one of them niggas. Tell me what I got to do.
Okay. Before I want to get back to the part where. So what are you gonna do with Pops? Right. Before we go there, I don't want to lose where I was at with you smoking. You smoked for the first time.
In Dr. Sebi's hut.
In Dr. Sebi's hut. What was that experience like for you?
It was terrible.
But to be honest, you've hotboxed not by your own will, right? You've had contact high.
Yeah.
You're very annoying when I've seen you have contact high once.
I was annoying?
Yeah, you just
see. That's why don't give me no weed then.
Yeah, please. No, it was that, and it was you had a sip of like margarita one time, or I don't know if it was by accident. Anyway, so you didn't get anything from that when you actually smoked it. The Village. What do you remember?
They said that I hit it too hard, and it burnt my esophagus up. My whole esophagus burnt up.
So
fire.
You coughed.
Yeah, I coughed, but it was hot, nigga.
But you didn't get a sensation after that?
No. I didn't feel any different or any better or any less. I just was like, bro, this is hot.
This ain't it.
It burnt my throat up, and I said, I'm cool.
Okay.
I think I hit it twice.
Just to make sure.
Because they was like, yeah, you hit it too hard. You gotta hit, just inhale. Don't like.
That's funny. I remember I saw the clip and I'm like, oh, we never talked about that.
Yeah, nah, I didn't like it. So weed ain't for me.
All right. So back to your dad. What's the plans now? Are you going?
I don't know. I ain't figured it out.
You need your sleep though.
Like you said. I ain't got the answers.
This is okay. So this is a part of what's been going on with you as well.
This is what's been going on with me. I ain't figured it out. I don't have it all figured out. If I had it all figured out, I would be sleeping great. I don't sleep good.
Well, I mean, they said you need to talk to him.
I'm there. Talk to this nigga.
What you gonna say?
I don't. Hey, nigga,
I'm tired.
Give me some sleep back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's kind of what's been going on with me. And then also, I've been going through like this career defining thing because people, like 3 or 4 people ask me like, well, what do you want? Same thing, right? With you. I'm like, damn. So I used to be, what do you want your life to look like? This stems back to a conversation I had with Silas in 2011. Yeah. And I think it's changed. And I think we don't check in with ourselves to update ourselves on ourselves. Does that make sense?
I know I had a conversation with Silas as well, and that was one of the same things I came to the conclusion with.
So I needed to update myself with myself. It's like, no. Before my goal was DJ AM, Rob Dyrdek, and Big Boy.
I remember that.
Those are my 3 people who I wanted my life to look like. Now, what I want my life to look like, Joe Rogan. That's it.
Didn't at one point you said, wasn't it, the music had more to do with it? It was like Jamie Foxx and...
Well, no, Jamie Foxx is the goal because I want to be ambidextrous in my skill sets.
Okay. So how does that differ than Joe Rogan?
Because what I want because Jamie Foxx is the goal because no matter what I do, I don't want it to seem foreign. Jamie Foxx could put out an album. He could host a show. He could do a comedy stand-up special.
Got it.
He could do a movie, and none of it looks foreign. It's all just, oh, yeah, that makes sense for Jamie Foxx. That's what I want for me. Anything I do, I'm in White Man Can't Jump. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I'm doing a podcast. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I'm chairman of the Boys and Girls Club. Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Oh, you got a Yoni's team. Yeah, I can see that.
Exactly.
Got it.
I don't want anything to seem foreign. But where I'm headed is definitely more Joe Rogan. Whereas I want to just have interesting conversations with people, and I want to make money doing it. And I still want to DJ, and I'm still doing some music shit that I can't talk about. But I'm still dabbling in the music. But I think I think I've progressed and I understand more or less kind of what Devi was explaining to me 3 years ago.
Right.
2 years ago, I was talking to Devi, shout out to Devi Brown, and she was like, don't be afraid to not be the guy that knows everything about music. She's like, you're bigger than that. Let somebody else do that
Wait,
shit.
say it again. Don't be afraid don't be afraid to be the guy that what?
She said, don't be afraid to evolve beyond the music.
Beyond that. Got you. Okay.
Like, don't be afraid to not know the new up and coming so and so.
Right.
That was your identity.
Which is challenging for a lot of people that don't understand it. And I think that hits home because, you know, with the platform that we have with Homegrown, we've obviously ushered in a lot of the, you know, household names, right? It's like when you talk of TDE, Kendrick Lamar, you know, Roddy Ricch, like, you know, these are people that we've seen from the start. And it's like your identity is attached to that. It's like, all right, so who's next? And it's like, yeah, a certain part of us knows, or we have our finger on the pulse, but sometimes we don't. You know what I mean? And I don't know, for me, I don't know if it's a guilt thing or it's just something you're just not gonna get it right all the time. And like you said, it's okay to not have that answer.
Just she said, don't be afraid to evolve past that. Yeah. And she's like, you're beyond that now. You don't have to know who the next up and coming person is. You don't have to know that. Yeah. Let somebody else know that and bring it to you. Mm-hmm. She was like, but don't be afraid to evolve in the person that you're supposed to be by letting go of the person who you were. Mm. So that's what I've been dealing with as far as like, and that's also why I've been absent and like people was hitting me like, man, where are you? I remember Vince Staples actually hit me out of all people. And I don't know if, let me see, I'm gonna pull up his message because it threw me off. Shout out to Vince, that's my guy. Vince texted me, right? He said, sorry for Vince, but this shit really impacted me. He said, what's up, black man? I said, what up? He said, I'm just checking in on you. Ain't tapped in a minute. You good? I said, I'm straight. I'm figuring shit out. He said, I feel you. It's weird out here right now. I said, it's hella weird. I said, the fake people winning right now. He said, they always winning. He said, where you been?
Damn.
And I was like.
And this is when?
This was last week.
Damn.
And I was like, man, I'm just trying to figure it out. I just been recalibrating and whatever. He said, you just got to carve out your own lane. They ain't never gonna they ain't never gonna do right by you. You only the man when you make a mockery of yourself out here. Dang. That's lame. He said, doing everything the right way, and they keep playing you. He said, don't stop fighting though.
Yeah, I think that's a bar, first of all. But then in the back of your head, it's like, dude, I think of like, how do you progress when, like, there's something you always say in terms of, and it's, the context is a little different, but it's like not fighting fair, right? When you see everybody winning by not playing fair and you're doing things as ethical as possible, you know, as authentic as possible, and you seeing everybody win off the very merit of doing clown stuff most of the time, it plays a mental, it messes with you mentally.
I'm gonna tell you some wild shit. Over the last year is the first time I ever related to girls that be insecure on Instagram.
Really?
And this is a wild correlation, but I'm gonna explain. Girls always be on Instagram talking about how for lack of a better way to say it, hoes be winning, right? Hoes is out here winning. They getting wifed, woo woo. They doing this. Strippers is winning,
yeah,
because a natural girl is insecure about her body because they see the BBL girl getting all the attention and the likes and stuff like that. And so the same could be said in what we do. I see this person viral, or this person getting this contract, or this person being the go-to person that's getting the big interviews, or you know, the white girl who do the interviews, you know, when she not fucking with us no more because she already got what she needed. So the white girl who's doing all the black people, and now she's doing the Scarlett Johanssons and stuff like that, right? You see these things happen, and this is the first time I ever thought like, that's what they're going through. They're looking at it like, well, I need a BBL in order to win, in order to be seen, or I need to fuck somebody in the industry in order to get a record deal, or for female artists, or I need I need lashes in order for somebody to pay attention to me. Yeah. And it's like, I understand where you're coming from. No, you don't. You just have to find your tribe, right? So the way I look at it is, I always say this: it's a full circus out here. I don't want to be an opening act, and I don't want tickets. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Y'all can have the circus. Y'all can have the clickbait. Y'all can have the beefs. Y'all can have all that. I don't want nothing to do with it. Yeah. At this point, I just don't care about it. Shout out to my dude Ace, Corday's manager. He called me yesterday on the same type of time. He's like, bro, it's wild out here. And I ain't finna say what he finna do, but he was like, I'm pivoting. Like, they can have all this fake stuff, like whatever. And I was like, damn. Same thing with DJ Mosky. Had a conversation with Mosky. He left the Rams. Most people don't know that. Sorry, Mosky. But, well, yeah, people do know that because the girl is DJing over there now. But Mosky left the Rams, and he's only doing purpose work, he calls it. Right. He's like, I'm only doing purpose work moving forward. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, if it ain't purpose and it ain't pure, I ain't doing it.
That's fire.
Period.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. And he's like, I don't care about this. So he got his book he writing. He's doing all gospel stuff. And it's like, damn. So I'm kind of envious of those people who have made stark pivots, because it's like our identities are attached to, like you said, hip hop, the up and coming, the underdogs, et cetera, et cetera. But then we're also not participating in the circus.
Right.
I don't want to sit and talk to this dude because he got nails in his hair. Like, do we have something to talk about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't have nothing to talk about, then what are we talking about?
But that's not fair also, because sometimes that person may have something to talk about. You may not know until you actually sit down.
That's what I'm saying. I want to know if you have something to talk about. Yes, let's talk.
But not just because.
But not just because you went viral for dissing academics.
Right.
I don't want to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. I don't care about. I don't give a fuck about Rory going to academics' house. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about none of this stuff that people be talking about. Joe yelling at somebody every week. I don't give a fuck about that. I just don't care. So does that automatically remove you from the culture or the conversations? No. But what it does do is force you to have to really dive into what you actually want to do.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been dealing with.
No, for real. I mean, I think I'm on the same. I'm on the same time. It's just forcing yourself to have some real conversations. You know what I'm saying, with yourself, and looking within, and I think for me it's just understanding that you may not have an answer tomorrow, and I think that's the biggest thing. I'm like, man, I got to figure this out. But hey, it's an ever evolving thing. Like Salas was saying, he was like, man, look, your life has significantly changed since since I pulled up at the apartment in 2010. You know what I mean? He's like, your life has changed significantly since 2015. Before after you were married, but before you had kids. He's like, it's a challenging thing to navigate, but you haven't, like you said, recalibrated. You're still operating off of 2009, 2010 goals, when what mattered to you then doesn't necessarily matter to you now.
Correct.
You know what I mean? For me, family comes first, and I didn't always think that way. It was straight career. It was like, oh man, radio? What? Man, I remember having this. I don't know if I think me and Tasha had this conversation, and after it came out of my mouth, pause, I was just like, yo, what you gonna mess around and lose the greatest thing that you got. And we were talking about, it was before we had kids, by the way, and we were talking about living circumstances and pursuing the dream. She's a personal chef. I'm doing media. I'm doing radio. And I'm like, man, I don't care if we got to live in a car. I don't care what. Man, look, I'm be honest. I was like, I'm be honest. This low key comes before you.
I'll say that all the time.
And I said it, and I meant it. But then after I said, I was like, you don't really mean that. Like, in that moment, I did. But as time goes by, I'm like, dude, I've been through this many times. I've been through many radio stations. I've had different opportunities. I've seen how people shift when you lose an opportunity. Shouts to the big homie Tawala Sharp. He used to be the program director at 100.3 The Beat. He was the one who was responsible for getting me on radio for the very first time in LA. And he was like, man, it's crazy how people only envy that seat. They don't care who's sitting in that seat. They value the seat. So it can be me today. It can be him tomorrow. It could be her the next day. It could be that other person in a year from there, a year from now, or whatever. He's like, but it's not me. They just care about that opportunity. It's the same thing with you and that mic. He's like, unfortunately, that's just how it goes. They care about you right now. You know what I mean? But when all this is gone, when you don't have the opportunities, who's going to be the ones that's around? Who's the ones that's checking up on you? Who's tapping in with you? Who's the ones that's really there for you in those moments when you don't have anything to give or you don't have the microphone behind? I was like, oh, damn, so I've always carried that in the back of my mind. And so when I said that in real time, although I meant it, it was like a check for me. I'm like, yo, when I got my DUI, who was the one driving me to the station for 6 months, for 8 months until I got my license back? Who was the one that's taking me to AA when I had to do the sponsor to get my license back? Who was the one that was, who was there for me when I got arrested? They were about to impound my car. No, who pulled up and made sure that they impound my car because, oh, I'm just right down the street? It was Tasha. It's like, oh, damn. Okay, so you got to check yourself, bro. Like, she's the one she's going to be there through thick and thin. Your family's going to be there through thick and thin. My family, I got a strong support system, right? When I was going through some of my lowest times, it's like they were there. You know what I mean? You guys, and that's why when I tell you, when I tell Salas and Sparkle and just our collective homegrown tribe, right, in the group chat as well, I don't want to disappoint y'all. You know what I mean? I think that's why a lot of those conversations hit home, because it's like, yo, you got to make an attempt and an effort, not only for yourself, but for the people that are around you that actually do give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, I had to now I'm going through the recalibrating process. It's like, now my purpose is for my kids, my sons, Chase and Charles, right? And it's like, okay, I want to make sure that they see, somebody that's going to give it their all, somebody that's going to give them their time and not choose work over them. And that's a big thing for me. And that hits home because I grew up with a mother who sacrificed her dreams to make sure that we were good. But then she had to work so hard that she couldn't be there. So I was a latchkey kid, divorced home. So it's like all of these things, I'm getting hit. I'm just having these realizations as an adult, as a father, and realizing what's really important. Do I care about my career? Absolutely. Am I going to go hard on it? Absolutely. I'm going to do what I got to do. But the things that mattered to me in terms of like going hard and absolutely giving no F's about 5 years ago has completely changed on what that was. So it's, it's just, again, I'm rambling, but I'm saying this is all happening in real time. Will I have an answer tomorrow? Probably not. If I do, great. But it's just one of those growing processes that I think it's important that we have these conversations so people know we're more than just talking points. We're more than just topics. We're more than just the interviews that we bring people and have these conversations on with people. It's like the depth that we have with these people as well. So it's like I kind of wanted to lay that foundation out for people because, I know it's been a while since we jumped on here. We may not be as consistent as we should be, and that's something that I said I'm going to take accountability on in terms of like, yo, let's get back on it. But at the end of the day, we're real people, man. We go through real stuff, and it feels good to kind of hear. Low key, it feels good to hear that you've been going through it, not in a selfish way, because it's like, yo, okay, I'm not tripping then. Like, everybody's going through this shit.
Everybody.
Cool.
I called Tiffany one day. Shout out to Just Rock. She's a photographer.
She documenting the culture. I told her that the other day on Twitter, man. Salute to her, or IG or whatever it was. She posted something. I said, man, I just love how you document our culture, man. So shout out to Tiffany, Just Rock.
I was talking to her on the phone. And because we love white humor. Like, we have really inappropriate jokes, like extremely inappropriate jokes that I can never repeat. But we love Jerry Seinfeld. And she was like, yo, Jerry's going to be in Vegas again in a couple months. Let's go. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm literally unemployed. And you don't have, like, you don't got it like that. Like,
Right.
what you mean? Jerry Seinfeld tickets, expensive.
Right.
In Vegas. That's the whole thing.
So, yeah.
She was like, let's go. Fuck it. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, a credit card. I'm like, you can't just be putting stuff on a credit card. She looked at me with the most serious face. And she said, what are you talking about? How do you think everyone is living right now? And I was like, what you mean? She was like, nobody has money.
Facts.
I was like, what? She was like, where have you been? She's like, the economy's in the toilet.
Right.
She's like, Joe Biden is asleep at the wheel. She's like, nobody has fucking money.
Yeah.
Everybody's broke. Everybody. She's like,
Newsflash.
talk to your friends. She's like, just talk to people. Everybody's surviving on credit right now. And I was like, I was blown because I thought it was just me.
Nah,
She was like, it's not just you, fool. Like, she's like, everybody doesn't have any money. Everybody. It's not just you. So what that did was made me start talking to people. And damn, she was right.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's going through it. It's not just you, me, him, her. Everybody's going through it. And so what that did, like you said, it brings you comfort. It's like, okay, I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
But I do got to figure it out.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, I'm not tripping.
Right.
Like, I think that's the first thing you think, like, am I tripping? Like,
no, straight up.
Because you see, like, obviously you look online or whatever.
Timelines.
And it just be like, even when I ain't gonna put the homie out there, but he be like, this will be on boats, planes, and I know his situation in real life.
Credit.
And he ain't even got no credit.
Oh, damn. So that make it worse. Like, wait, how?
I'm talking about like. Was
that a palpitation?
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about Eric Garcetti is helping him.
Oh, okay. Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Noted.
And I'm just like, and he on vacations, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
I'm not tripping about people living their life. Mm-hmm. What I be tripping about is how are you living life comfortable like that?
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable.
Yeah.
And I can't function properly when I'm not right.
Right.
So it's like, how are you just laid up,
just chilling?
Yeah, ocean views, and you know it's some bullshit at the house.
Man.
You got to come back and low key make sure like you ducking the repo man, like it's ugly.
Yeah.
And you just like, and everybody's just like, fuck it. I don't know how to live. Fuck it.
I don't know. Some people, I mean, literally that ignorance is bliss. It really is for some people.
I don't know how to live like, fuck it. I don't know how to live like that.
But just because you don't know how to do it doesn't mean other people know how.
No. What I'm saying is I'm one, shocked and appalled, and two, envious.
Yeah.
I wish I could be that oblivious.
It's like, how you do that?
How do you do that?
Yeah.
How do you just be cool, uncomfortable like that? Yeah. I don't know how to do that. So I be stressed. Yeah. Actually, I was talking to a friend of mine last week, and she said, this is literally the first time I've known you forever, and this is the first time I ever heard you say that you were stressed.
Wow.
I was like, I guess so. I ain't never said that. I don't know. But I'm like, I'm stressed. And I was like, everybody's just chilling. And I was talking about this 2 days ago. I'm like, it's crazy that people are literally at the club, right? And the whole club is burning.
Yeah.
The club is burning down.
Yeah.
Hip hop, it's going to be terrible in the next 2 years because, as you know from radio, this is a lesson for you people who don't know anything about radio. We have what's called recurrents. And the recurrents are filler songs in between the most popular songs and the old school songs. Those are called recurrents. There aren't going to be any recurrents because there aren't any current hits. We aren't making hit records. So then how do you then play old hit records over the next couple of years? So you finna start hearing Taylor Swift on your favorite stations. And because they the only ones making the big records at this point. Then media is in the toilet. Media is a dumpster fire right now. If you're not clickbaiting or talking trash to this person, or the Tasha K lady is getting sued again.
By who this time?
R. Kelly.
Oh, damn.
She owed Cardi B all in millions of dollars. Still talking.
Yeah.
Now R. Kelly finna sue her. He finna win from jail.
Which is wild.
What are you like? I don't understand what's going on. And then you got Adam asked the young boy about a crime on camera, and he did. He was supposed to salute to the young homie from neighborhood. I love that. He was
stone face.
He was just looking at him like,
"What do you think I'm really gonna answer that? You tripping?"
You see, they just got Keefe D.
Bruh.
So I'm just like, bro, what? So literally, what I'm saying is the house is burning, and niggas is in the kitchen making sandwiches.
I'm just gonna
ain't got nothing to do with me here. Like, what the fuck is going? I don't know how to be comfortable in that.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been dealing with in a nutshell.
I mean, no, it's a lot, man. And again, the purpose of this was we ain't got the answers. We really don't.
I don't got the answers. Sway.
It's Sway. Shouts out to Sway.
Call me. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe Sway got the answers for this.
Maybe
Sway, you got the answers. Let us know. Man.
I do know this, and I'll leave you with this. When I was talking to my spiritual advisor, she gave me a bar. Actually, I'm gonna read it. She gave me a bar, and I wrote it down because I'm putting it in my book. And I'm gonna give it to y'all for free right now, without having to buy my book.
Oh, thank you so much.
She said, "When you're waiting on the Lord, it's not waiting as in time. It's waiting as in service." She said, whenever you're waiting, she's like, don't wait as in time. Wait as in serve. That's when you don't know what to do, spend your time serving.
Got it.
Being a service to other people, service in your community, volunteering. When you don't know what to do,
just
serve. And what that does is it circulates the energy and allows you to be led in whatever direction you're supposed to be led in, if you're a spiritual person. Yeah. But that was a bar to me. That was like, because low key, a friend of mine, Aaliyah, told me that the week before I went to go see her. She was like, yeah, when I don't know what to do and I'm lost, like I'm lost right now. She's like, when I'm lost, like I don't have money, I don't have this or whatever, whatever's going on in my life. She's like, I just volunteer and I just like, I'll go like help old people clean their houses, or I'll, go to the downtown to the center, or I go to Watts and help the youth. And she's like, and then everything gets clear for me.
Wow.
And I was like, damn.
Maybe need to give.
So,
man, that's a good point. That's a good point to end on, and just something to reflect on, man. Again, audience, we apologize, but hey, we're here now, and we're not gonna harbor on the past. We'll let you know in real time what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, because you're gonna witness it either way. So part of the consistency is you're gonna see every aspect of it. So, but thank you for holding us accountable. The audience.
Shout out to PB.
Thank you for holding us accountable, PB, because PB was like, look, bro.
What's going on?
He's
like, we can do an episode, but we need to talk.
He said, look, I set the cameras up, but hold up. We got to talk. Like, hey, all right. Yeah, you saying we can count the words PB has said in the last 2 years, and he for sure,
80% of them were today.
80% of them was today. He stood on business. So salute to PB, man. It's homegrown, man. We'll catch y'all next time, all right? Chuck Dizzle DJ Hed live from the Fab Factory Studios. Subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. We'll catch y'all next time.